Hi, everybody, from U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. What a win for the Cleveland Browns as they hang on in the end and beat the Minnesota Vikings by a score of 14-7. You know how the entire summer and through the preseason and maybe even through the first two games of the regular season, we were wondering about the Browns defense. Was it going to be strong? The answer is a definitive yes right now. A big performance last week against the Bears, but it's what they did today against these Minnesota Vikings that really tells you this defense could be, and at least today was, very, very special. A pass rush just like last week against the Bears that flustered Kirk Cousins throughout the afternoon. It was an amazing performance in that the opening drive of the game from Minnesota right after the opening kickoff, 75 yards. They marched down the field with big plays and a touchdown, and after that, the door was shut by the Browns. Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett, and in the secondary, how about Greedy Williams, the kid that waited so long to get healthy and to get back into that Browns secondary, came up with a huge interception, and then the Browns secondary held fort with Denzel Ward, John Johnson III, and really Troy Hill playing exceptional football, and let me throw in Grant Delpit too. Now offensively, it was a different story. It was a tough day for Baker Mayfield and the Browns offense. Baker was below 50% throwing the football all game long. Finally, they busted through at the end of the first half, and it was first and forever for the Browns, and they moved down the field on an 18-play drive that had them inside the Vikings' 5-yard line, and they couldn't get it in until finally Kareem Hunt got in from 1 yard out. A Vikings mistake, calling a timeout when they didn't have any, led to the Browns going for two, and they succeeded. And then a field goal by Chase McLaughlin, and then another one by McLaughlin in the second half from 53 yards out. And suddenly, not only is the defense playing well, but we found a kicker. He's off to a great start. He's 7 for 7. Now, one more point before we wrap it up. Remember Arrowhead Stadium, game one of the season. The Browns had the lead until 7 minutes to go in the game, and then they came apart. They did not come apart in this game today. The defense hung in there, made the plays, and they get a precious road victory. 3 in a row for the Browns. They go to 3-1, stay on the road next week out to L.A. to take on Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. But a great road victory for the Cleveland Browns and a great homecoming for Kevin Stefanski and his coaching staff, many of whom have had time here in Minnesota with the Vikings. One to remember, the Browns defense really answered the bell on this day. The final from Minneapolis, the Browns 14, the Vikings 7. I'm Jim Donovan for WKYC.com.